We discussed the corneal signs, symptoms when we did some corneal cases. We discussed infectious corneal ulcers, viral ulcers, hypertonic ulcers, parasitic ulcers or keratitis. Then we discussed another bacterial ulcer as well. So in this session, we will again do a few corneal ulcers. And after this, we will be remaining with keratoconus, a few miscellaneous conditions, and some dystrophies. So endothelial dystrophies, they're not that high yield, they're a topic, but we will try कि हम एक cover कर लें which is somewhat high yield. कभी कभी MCQ से आ जाता है. And keratoconus is an SEQ question, it's very important. So most probably in the next session, we will finish off with cornea. So let's jump right into our case. Very interesting, this case. Before we dive into this case, there's only one statement given. There's no history and there's no examination, except for the image which is shown to you on the right. You have to ask the history, you have to ask the examination what we will do. Everything is on to you. There's no clue. कुछ भी नहीं है. You have to formulate your own case. You have just one statement. और इसी तरह ये कि this is a presenting complaint of the patient. Take a complete history, HOPC, and all that stuff. So, read the statement and tell me what are the clues or contextual clues or things which are important in the history which you might want to ask this patient. And then we will go along. So, all right. The patient presents with severe pain and lacrimation in the eye. So we have two symptoms. First is severe pain, first presenting symptom, and the second is lacrimation in their eye. It's only one eye, in their eye, not their eyes. So the first thing is duration. It's long-standing, or the patient says कि 4-5 हफ्तों से चलो. What does that tell you? That it's chronic. थोड़ी सी मैं अभी आपकी हेल्प करता जाऊंगा इसके. I'm telling you it's chronic. और क्या करेंगे?
Onset.
आपकी आवाज कट गई थी.
Onset पूछ लेंगे.
Onset. All right. You asked me the onset. I'll tell you the onset is gradual. You asked me, all right, if there was any precipitating factor, whether I had an injury, an ocular injury, whether I had a massive exposure to any pathogen, गंदे हाथ लग गए, गंद में हाथ पड़ा, आंखों में कोई गंदी चीज चली गई. Gradual is onset and I don't know, or there is no apparent cause.
आँखों के इन्फेक्शंस तो नहीं रहते आपको?
आँखों के इन्फेक्शंस तो नहीं रहते हैं. It's a good question because keeping in mind the different or the differentials, it's a good question. तो मुझे आँखों के इन्फेक्शंस तो नहीं रहते हैं. कभी-कभी थोड़ी बहुत आँखों में वैसे हो जाती है क्योंकि गर्मी है, वरना I have no other, मुझे कोई ऐसा मसला नहीं. So no previous आँखों के इन्फेक्शन, no previous.
Occupation.
Occupation. Why is occupation relevant or important?
Occupational exposure no.
What do you think? What are you thinking? What is your reasoning behind this?
Exposure no. Toxic chemicals.
Toxic chemicals. That's good. That's good. That's excellent. Toxins and chemicals.
Toxic chemicals, yeah, fumes.
Bilkul. They can cause colic. So my occupation is that, let's just say I'm a tailor. I have no history of toxic chemicals and exposure. Another thing which you note, that if it were to be a toxic or a chemical injury, the onset would most likely would have been acute, and there would have been a apparent cause. So when I think Rija was asking me, so when Dr. Rija asked me the onset, I said it's gradual and I don't know any apparent cause. So now you've asked my occupation, I'm a tailor. और आप मुझसे क्या पूछना चाहेंगे?
विजन तो नहीं कम हुई?
Vision तो नहीं कम हुई. I have severe pain in my eye and I have still lacrimation in my eye. If I can open my eyes and if I can dare to see, then मुझे नजर आ जाता है. लेकिन मुझे दर्द ही इतना है कि मैं अपनी आंखें खोल नहीं सकता. So yes, it has affected my vision. अच्छा, before we move on any further, आप लोगों को क्या लगता है कि ये है in the broadest sense disease जो आपको नजर आ रहा है? According to these two presenting complaints, कुछ तो चेंज में आता होगा. Keeping in context the topic we are studying at the moment.
कॉर्नियल अल्सर ही होगा.
Corneal ulcer ही होगा. तो now that आपने corneal ulcers काफी ज्यादा पढ़े हैं, हमने भी 5-6 तो डिस्कस ही किए ना at least. So when you are asking a history or performing an examination, you should ask questions which rule out the other possibilities or rule in your diagnosis if you have any specific diagnosis in mind. This time you asked about the onset. Now, मुझे आप sorry आपका नाम नहीं पता, but he asked about the occupation because he thought, okay, all right, this could be a toxic injury due to fumes or they could be chemical exposure. So he asked a question with a specific differential in mind to rule that differential in or to rule it out. So you should always, whenever you're looking at a history or a patient in real life as well, always ask those questions which you think can rule in or rule out diagnosis. हम detailed history में हम सारा कुछ पूछना शुरू कर देते थे. Some things are more important than others. So in this case, when you know that there's a history which suggests a corneal lesion or a corneal disease, and when I look at the patient from the front, there's something on the cornea, so it's most likely affecting the cornea. तो मुझे अब कुछ diseases मैंने cornea के पढ़े हैं. I have to rule them in and I have to rule them out. And according to those things, I should ask the questions. So that is how you should ask the questions. Okay, history, duration is important, onset important, occupation important, vision important. What else would you like to ask me?
Contact lens history.
Yes, that's an excellent question. Okay, because she is ruling out and ruling in a diagnosis. So you asked me, do I use contact lenses? No, I don't use contact lenses. I'm a tailor, I cannot afford contact lenses. I use bifocal glasses.
गार्डनिंग करते हैं या नहीं?
Gardening कहते हैं. Are you a farmer? Or I do gardening? No, I don't do gardening. I'm not into gardening. If you're trying to rule out a fungal ulcer, then the first thing in the history is that it's gradual and there's no apparent cause. A thorn prick would have been an apparent cause in a lesion in a fungal ulcer. So जब prick की history नहीं है, तो it's unlikely that gardening will play a significant. So
dim light में अगर ज़्यादा excessively use हो तब नहीं हो सकता. टेलर है, उसने dim light में कपड़े सिए. Excessive use of the vision in dim light. तो lacrimation तो कर सकता है. Pain
बिल्कुल कर सकता है. That's good. Excessive use बिल्कुल होता है. That is a very important concept. अच्छा concept. ठीक है. हो जाता है in dim light when a person has to focus that much, the eyes are strained, lacrimation can also present. Lacrimation plus severe pain, और आपने जो पहली नजर में पेशेंट को देखा, there's something on the cornea. So it's unlikely it's an eye strain due to excessive focusing or excessive accommodation. Correlate symptoms with the anatomy of the lesion. So the anatomy is corneal, or there's something at first glance at the cornea, and the symptoms they correlate with this lesion. ठीक है, अब मैं कहता कि कॉर्निया पे ये पड़ा हुआ है, साथ में क्योंकि डिस्चार्ज आ गया, तो ऑब्वियसली the cornea cannot produce a discharge. Discharge हमें conjunctivitis में मिलता है. So we would automatically think, all right, if the patient has discharge, he has a conjunctivitis. So if severe pain and lacrimation are present and the patient has something on their eye, I don't know, I haven't examined it at the moment, but there is something on first glance, so it's most likely it's corneal in nature. That is how you will correlate the symptoms with the anatomy of the lesion. What else would you like to ask?
You have chickenpox?
History of chickenpox. That is excellent. So, do I have a history of chickenpox? She is keeping in mind a diagnosis of varicella zoster. Scalp infections. All right, that's good. Abhi hum isko include karte hain. So, the first thing that you said, do I have a history of chickenpox? You are trying to rule out a viral cause of my corneal affection. No, I do not have any history of pox. So, HINJ. Do I have any scalp infections? Now, this person, my godfather, he cannot speak. He doesn't have a mic, so he's typing. Can any one of you tell me why scalp infections will be important nowadays? What can they cause?
Fungal.
Scalp infections can be fungal. All right. So scalp infections, you think that scalp infections can have a fungal cause? बिल्कुल हो सकता है. तो scalp infections नहीं, मुझे थोड़ा बहुत रहता है dandruff. There's no history of scalp infections, but I do have mild dandruff. Dandruff की किसके साथ association होती है?
Eyelashes पे जो होता है.
बिल्कुल. Association होती है, meaning that dandruff if in the hair is associated with that blepharitis, seborrheic blepharitis जो हमने पढ़ा था. But there's no history of previous infections of ailments of the eye. अगर उसको blepharitis होता है तो he would have told us कि मुझे आंखों में थोड़ा सा मसला हुआ था, या मुझे आंखों में पानी पड़ता था, या मेरी पलकें भारी हो जाती थी, then all that symptoms of blepharitis. तो आपने dandruff के बारे में पूछ लिया है. Melasthesia furfur क्यों हमें important है सर? Melasthesia furfur खास तौर पे किस एज ग्रुप को अफेक्ट है? थोड़ा सा हम साइड ट्रैक हो रहे हैं, but I want to answer this. Melasthesia furfur, if you remember, it's one of those fungi, but either it causes onycholysis, जो शायद nails का cause कहते हैं, otherwise it is an important fungal infection in children or neonates who are receiving parenteral nutrition, जो IV lines और उसके जरिए nutrition हासिल करते हैं. So Melasthesia isn't important in our case at the moment. I keep this dialogue box open. तो और कुछ आपने डिस्कस करना है, or everything you want to add in the history, or you're fed up with the history and you want to perform the examination of this patient?
Patient की age important होगी?
Age important हो सकती है. So मैं ले लेता हूँ. चलिए मैं हिस्ट्री में टॉप पे ही ले लेता हूँ. अच्छा, if you have any of the messages you should type नीचे टॉप आ जाएगा. It's taking too much room on the screen, so I'm closing it. So patient की हम एज कर लेते हैं. Patient's age should be important. अब आप मुझे बताएं क्यों important होगी. Have you studied any corneal diseases till now which are specific for an age, or do they have any age-related progression? हमने varicella zoster पढ़ा था because it is due to the reactivation of herpes zoster virus, और herpes zoster virus reactivate late age में करता है when there is typically immunodeficiency, or if there is a history of leukemia association भी ज़्यादा होते हैं and all that. So keeping in mind in those contexts, history is important. But since आपसे पूछता हूँ, do you think there's any other diagnosis which we should consider important in regards to age?
अभी तो कोई जहन में नहीं आ रहा।
नहीं ज़हन में आ रहा, चलो ऑलराइट, लेट्स परफॉर्म एन एग्जामिनेशन।
herpes आपने बताया था कि बच्चों में ज्यादा होता है।
Herpes बिल्कुल, herpes simplex, importantly herpes simplex is important in kids, in children, बच्चों में herpes simplex ज़्यादा होता है। तो प्राइमरी ग्रुप है, उसके साथ herpetic keratoconjunctivitis हो सकता है, तो it's unlikely that's severe. So coming on to the examination of this patient, हम इन पेशेंट को एग्जामिन करेंगे and we will try to rule out all of the different we've discussed. क्या डिस्कस करते रहे हैं on analysis. So on examination, first tell me on examination what you see and how you rule out the different diseases on examination. So this is examination under diffuse light. Light बिल्कुल सामने से पड़ रही है and it's very small and it's diffuse. It's illuminating the whole cornea and the surrounding conjunctiva. So your positive findings in this picture are, चलो वैसे बता दो, corneal opacity. So corneal opacity which I'm going to outline, then I'm going to delete the outline. This is the corneal opacity or something on the cornea in simple terms. ये कुछ पढ़ा हुआ है, ठीक है, ये कुछ पढ़ा हुआ है कॉर्निया के ऊपर, तो इसको हम डिस्क्राइब
Corneal vascularization.
corneal, there is some corneal vascularization as well. कहाँ पर है corneal vascularization? ये देखें, this is the normal limbus. Some of the vessels they are onto the cornea. यहाँ पर opacity भी है, there is some corneal vascularization as well. Let's describe this lesion. Where is it present? कहाँ मौजूद है lesion? Cornea,
Above the pupil.
just above
cornea.
the pupil. Yes, just above the pupil. This lesion, it's linear. It's somewhat linear. It's not rounded or localized. It's a linear. But then it has one extension over here, and if you think there's some extension over here as well. Now, this lesion, if it were to originate over here, there would have been no vascularization or opacity over here. मतलब कि अगर ये lesion यहाँ पे पड़ी हुई है, this lesion's over here, then why is there vascularization over here? And why is this cornea opaque? It should be normal like this. So there's two possible explanations for this. क्या हो सकती हैं?
Aggressive क्या ये aggressive?
बिल्कुल, ठीक है. So one possible explanation is that this lesion, it started from somewhere over here and it's progressed to over here now. So after its progression, it's left behind an opacity and some vascularization. And the second is that it started over here and this is the progression. So we know that out of these possibilities, only one is true, because we know that vascularization happens at the end when there is healing. So this is not the newer lesion. This is the newer lesion, which I have demarcated in purple, which tells us that this lesion, it started from around over here somewhere, and it's moved on towards the center. When you look at this from a side, this is the pupil, this is the limbus. This is the limbus. That is the pupil over there. So anything strange which you can describe about this lesion? अभी आपको कुछ नजर आ रहा है?
Line straight नहीं अंदर.
Right straight नहीं है. So the line of the slit lamp, it's not straight, it's tipping inwards over here. So अगर मैं slit lamp को इधर भी move करूँ तो tip would remain over here. If the slit was over here, then the tip would appear over here. So there's a tip. This is the corneal surface, it's coming over. There's this tip, and then the remaining corners. So there's a dip or an excavation. So you performed the examination quite thoroughly. You've seen the images quite thoroughly. We will come back with these images if we're not sure of our diagnosis. What are the important points you saw in examination?
A linear corneal opacity with 2 extensions.
Linear corneal opacity. So how would you tell if this opacity were an corneal ulcer? How will you tell if it's an opacity or an ulcer?
Staining करेंगे.
Staining करेंगे. So you apply the sodium fluorescent stain, and even though it's not shown in this picture, the sodium fluorescent stain is picked up by this ulcer. So the sodium fluorescent stain is picked up. It's an ulcer. Linear corneal ulcer, which, as we saw from the vascularization, most likely began at the periphery or the margin, and it moved or progressed centrally. ऐसे ही है ना, हम सारा कुछ देख चुके हैं. We've done a small logical deduction of how we think this has happened. So are there important positives and negatives as well? दोनों आप मुझे बताएंगे. And those important positives and negatives, they will help us rule out our other diagnosis, and it will help us reach finally the diagnosis in this case. Examination plus investigations, मैं दोनों चीजें लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे, क्योंकि एक दो investigations भी हम करेंगे. आप कुछ कह रही थी? I'm sorry, मैंने आपकी बात काटी. Please tell, what were you saying?
मैं नेगेटिव बता रही थी कि हाइपोपियन नहीं है.
हाइपोपियन नहीं है. हाइपोपियन नहीं है तो हमने अभी तक जो डिस्कशन की, व्हाट कैन यू रूल आउट?
फंगल एंड बैक्टीरियल.
ठीक है, नो हाइपोपियन प्रेजेंट. और क्या हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है?
और डेंड्रिटिक अल्सर.
नो डेंड्रिटिक अल्सर. डेंड्रिटिक अल्सर किस में मौजूद होता है?
हर्पीस.
herpes. ठीक है, which herpes?
सिम्प्लेक्स.
सिम्प्लेक्स में. herpes zoster में एक माइक्रोडेंड्रिटिक अल्सर भी प्रेजेंट होता है, and the difference between those two is that the dendritic ulcer in herpes simplex has rounded blebs, whereas the dendritic ulcer in herpes zoster, if it is present, has tapering ends. मैंने आपको ड्रॉ करके दिखाए थे, तो keep that in mind. Sometimes happens. So the patient does not have a dendritic ulcer. तो dendritic ulcer यानी कि herpes नहीं है.
No geographical ulcer.
No geographical ulcer. Sometimes a dendritic ulcer, it's an early manifestation. Many dendritic ulcers, they can coalesce to form a large confluent ulcer, also called a geographical ulcer, which is characteristic of herpes simplex. So there isn't any geographical ulcer present.
No ring abscess.
That was not an abscess. वो आपने याद रखना है, that was a ring of infiltrates. No ring infiltrates. Abscess is different. Abscess means that there is accumulation of pussy material. That was not the case. हमने इसको amoebic keratitis कहा था इसलिए. So no ring infiltrates. Ring infiltrates should be present in which disease? मैंने भी नाम लिया है. Repeat after me.
Acanthamoeba.
Amoeba keratitis. और अब क्या आपके ज़हन में आना चाहिए?
ब्लेफराइटिस देख लेंगे.
ब्लेफराइटिस देख लेंगे. there's no history or there's no signs or symptoms. बल्कि हमने symptoms पे बात करी, history नहीं है, तो signs भी नहीं है. there's no signs of blepharitis. This is very essential. आपने एक examination करना है, तो you're thinking outside the cornea. because blepharitis हमने कहा था it's associated with the ulcer. No signs, sorry. There's no signs of blepharitis. और कुछ? There's one important thing on examination left.
Keratic precipitates.
Keratic precipitates, they can be present over here. Regarding the cornea, regarding the specific examinations we discussed in fungal ulcer, if you remember. Fungal ulcer में हमने characteristic lesion की बात की थी.
Satellite lesion.
Satellite lesions. Are they present in this case?
No.
No satellite lesions. So there are no satellite lesions. Investigations पे आप क्या करवाना चाहेंगे?
Staining or slit lamp.
Yes, staining and smear. Microscopy पे आप staining करेंगे, smear staining के लिए हमने करते हैं. So that is done in order to visualize if there are any organisms. No organisms. Very strange. Culture भी करवाते होते हैं. Culture is negative. Very strange. एक और smear करवाता हूँ मैं. कौन से करवाना चाहिए मुझे? It starts with T. It rhymes with tank.
Thanks, Mir.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thanks, man. The thanks, man. It's a buzzword sort of. ये आपको पता है कि herpes simplex के लिए यूज होता है. It's outdated. Zanksmear के अलावा we usually use immunofluorescence. It's a newer technique. Zanksmear आपको कहीं होते हुए नहीं होगा, but it's somewhat easier to remember. Zanksmear, immunofluorescence, all that stuff for herpes, it's negative. Investigations ही negative आ रही हैं. Diagnosis फिर क्या है? हमने अभी तक क्या क्या रूल आउट किया है? We have ruled out which diseases?
Herpes simplex.
HSV. We've ruled out HSV. We have ruled out HSV ulcer or geographic ulcer, dendritic ulcers. What else have we ruled out?
Varicella zoster.
We have ruled out varicella zoster virus. और हमने क्या rule out किया?
Parasitic ulcer.
We have just ruled out parasites. Parasites or parasitic keratitis or ulcer.
Bacterial ulcer.
We have ruled out bacterial causes. Bacterial ulcer. साथ ही मैं लिख देता हूँ. We ruled out a fungal ulcer as well. So now you must know that why we have ruled these out. I should not have to repeat why we ruled out these different things. Even if still you don't know why we ruled out a specific cause, अभी पूछ लें आप. Because it's important to clear things. और हमने एक disease पढ़ा था last time. I think आप blepharitis के साथ उसको associate कर रहे थे.
Staph aureus.
Staph aureus. Marginal ulcer. The disease is marginal ulcer. We've ruled out marginal ulcer. पीछे रह क्या गया?
Autoimmune तो नहीं है?
हाँ, sorry आपकी आवाज़ मुझे सुनाई नहीं दी. दोबारा repeat करना आप.
Can this be an autoimmune disease?
Yes, this can be an autoimmune disease. So you're reaching the diagnosis. आप पहुंचने वाले हैं. So you're thinking an autoimmune etiology. But in this disease, पहले मैं आपको बता दूं, we don't perform any autoimmune examinations because what we have on the examination is very typical for this disease. लेकिन आप लोगों को पता नहीं है अभी तक, इसलिए I'm moving towards it.
इसकी एज तो काफी ज्यादा है.
एज काफी ज्यादा है, बिल्कुल ज्यादा है. Okay. बिल्कुल आपकी बात ठीक है. ऑटोइम्यून की जब हम बात करते हैं, क्लासिकली वी हैव फीमेल who is of childbearing age. So this is our this isn't our typical patient. So I'll come to this in a bit. The concept which I'm trying to insert is, all right, we've ruled out every infectious cause. ठीक है, almost every infectious cause हमारे ज़हन में जो हमने डिस्कस की थी, high yield for hour level, we've ruled out every infectious cause. So our diagnosis is now a diagnosis of exclusion.